What's up, Buttercups, and welcome to another Saturday video. If you weren't aware, tomorrow, April 22nd, is Earth Day, and I thought it'd be a fun idea to share with you guys 5 super simple things that I do to try to reduce my waste. So, with that being said, let's get on into the video. Quick disclaimer before we really get started. I am in no way zero or low waste, but I am trying to slowly and gradually work towards that. Also, I am not anti-plastic. I do try to reduce the amount of single-use plastics that I use in my everyday life, but I am not anti-multi-use plastics, and I will explain later in the video why that is. So, with that being said, let's really get into this video. So the first thing that I do to try and reduce a bit of my waste: reusable water bottles and coffee cups and travel mugs and things of that nature. They are super simple to use. You can fill them with water, with juice, with coffee, with tea, with your beverage of choice, and you can just throw it in your bag and take it with you anywhere. Or you can take one with you completely empty, and when you go to your local coffee shop, your Starbucks, or whatever, you can ask them to make your drink in your own cup. So, super easy, and some places like Starbucks actually give you a very small discount if you use your own cup, so that's a little incentive for you. Number 2, reusable food containers and travel cutlery. So I know a lot of people prefer to use glass or food grade stainless steel, but I prefer reusable plastic for my food containers. And here's the reason why. Number 1, I like to be able to reheat my food if I want to or if I need to, and you cannot do that with food grade stainless steel. You can't put this in the microwave. Please don't do it. Just don't. And yes, you can reheat and use the microwave with glass containers, but glass containers are also most likely breakable, and I am super clumsy. I drop almost everything. So I would rather not break my food containers when I drop them, because it's bound to happen. So I have these Bento boxes, and I have the Bento chop cutlery. So this little set has a fork, a spoon, and a knife, and it has a little cover. This actually fits in the boxes, and I'll show you that in a minute. But if I don't want to put them in the boxes, I just want to throw these in my purse, I can just do that, and they're safe. And then these are the chopsticks. So they're really cool. They're really small, but you take these off, you pop these things off, and you connect them like this, and you have a full-size set of chopsticks and this little thing which you can use as a little chopstick rest if you need to. So that's really cool, and these also fit in the top of the bento box containers, which I will also show you. So I have their Bento lid, which is this one right here, and this is the box. I still have the box from it. It is just a bowl with a little spoon top on the top of it. And then I also have the Bento square. This one has 2 tiers. Each tier is completely airtight. So there's a little lid here, and there's a lid there, and then there's a little lid on top, and it is held together with a band. This one is really cool. It actually comes with 2 of these. One to go around both tiers, and then there is one that wraps around just one tier. So like I said, the cutlery does fit nicely on top in this little thing. With the square one, you can either fit the chopsticks, which can go any which way. You can go diagonally on the side like this. The fork, spoon, knife set, however, has to go at a diagonal because it is a little bit longer. So if you want to bring this set with you, you can't put the chopsticks in at the same time. So that's kind of a bummer, but it still works perfectly fine. And then I also have the Bento original, which is their most popular container. It also has 2 little tiers. Unlike the square, you can actually fit both the fork, knife, spoon set and the chopsticks on top. So just like that. And it doesn't close all the way, but you have the nifty little band to go around to keep it secure. So that's really cool. Number 3, utilizing digital tools for planning and note-taking and studying and things of that nature. So I have a iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil, and I use the app called GoodNotes for just about everything. For just doodling, I don't know how to draw, but doodling and planning out videos and studying French and just anything in between. I do have my paper bullet journal, but that is more for memory keeping, so that is completely different than what I do on here. I also utilize the calendar apps and other apps that let me do things that a lot of people still do on paper, but it's easy to do on here. And maybe one day I'll do a video on what's on my iPad, but that's not this video. Oh, and another thing I love about using my iPad for digital planning and list making and stuff like that is if I do it on my iPad, I can easily airdrop it to my iPhone. So if I make a shopping list on my iPad, I can airdrop it to my phone and I will have it in the store without having to worry about my iPad or making sure I have random pieces of paper with what I need to buy, which is really helpful. Number 4, reusable shopping bags. So I have 3 right here that I love. I have this beautiful bag, which I got at VidCon last year from the Sly Fox family booth. And on one side it says, "I love your selfie." And the other side says, "Can't touch this," with a bunch of cacti, which is really cute. This is probably the smallest shopping bag that I have, and it works. It is also falling apart a little bit because I've used it quite a lot, but it is still going strong. I also have this one right here that I got at Picard, which is a local store here in France, and I don't know how to pronounce it in French, but it basically says, "I do not pout, I'm hungry," which is a mood. So I have this one. This one is a lot bigger than the other one, so we can hold a lot more stuff, and it's very nice to have when you need to buy a lot of things at the store. And I have this one. This one is not your typical like shopping bag. This is actually the backpack from the IKEA family section. So I thought it would be nice to have a backpack to use as a shopping bag, because sometimes you need to just throw your groceries or whatever you bought on your back. So well, this is nice, and it holds up relatively small, I would say. And finally, number 5, reusable tissues and wipes and things like that. So if you guys saw my Wednesday video, I took an old sweatshirt and an old tank top that I was not using because they were stained and I just never wore them, and I turned them into these little scraps of fabrics that I use as tissues and napkins and wipes and just things of that nature. So I have a bunch of them here in this little Winnie the Pooh reusable wet container that I got at Goodwill a year or so ago for like $1. So it's a really good deal, and it's super cute. I also have a little box of them elsewhere in the room. So that. And I also have a couple of them that are slightly bigger than the rest that I keep wedged in between the 2 layers of my bento boxes. So I have one right here between the 2 layers of my square bento, and I have one right here squished between the 2 layers of my bone bento original. So I always have a napkin when I have my food in here, so that's nice. That is going to be it for today. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you are doing to try to reduce your waste. Don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up if you had fun, and the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you are subscribed, don't forget the little bell notification right next to the subscribe button, because it notifies you every time that I post a new video, which if you know around here is every day. And I will see you lovely buttercups tomorrow. Bye!